Welcome to another lecture, guys, and welcome to Euron. Now, in this lecture, I'll be talking about how you should approach towards any kind of a question that anyone is going to ask you in an interview with respect to a system design, or when you will try to start building some system. So what should be a question that you should ask in a very first place before even starting with a system design? I'll try to give you a brief overview with respect to one of the system that we have been talking about in my previous lecture, a URI. So let's suppose if someone is going to ask you a question that try to design a chat solution where people can come and people can try to interact with the LLMs and they will be able to get an answer in a formatted way. If there is a formula, so obviously formula should be shown in a formatted way. If there is a table should be shown in a formatted way. If there is a normal response, it should be shown in that way. If there is a code, it should be shown in a coding way, right? Where the user can copy and paste the code easily. So if you have to build such kind of a system, what will be your approach? Now, so when someone is going to ask you this very first question to design such a system, URI kind of a system, you should not just jump into a solution that I'll try to use this LLMs, I'll try to use this services for maybe a CDN, I will try to use this system for a caching, I'll try to use this system for a logging or monitoring, I will try to use this system for end-to-end hosting and deployment, I'll try to use this DB or that DB. No, you should not get into that conclusion that soon. You should wait. You should ask a couple of a question. Because a person who is sitting in front of you, they are trying to check your logical understanding. They are trying to check your approach towards any kind of a system design, because the design that you are talking about on a day zero or maybe in your interview, when you will try to replicate the same design in a real time, things will be very, very different, because there will be so many XYZ factors. There are so many variables which will be included in a real time. So before answering this question, I'll be having a couple of questions to my interviewer or to my lead or to my architect that if you can help me out with this answer, maybe I'll be able to design a system in a better way. And so that I will be able to even prove myself that how logical I am in terms of selecting a component, in terms of designing a system, or I will be clearly able to basically make them understand that what is my approach towards any kind of a system design. And that is something which any interviewer are looking for, or any architect will be looking for in a team. None of them are looking for an immediate solution at all, because it's practically impossible. So here, with respect to URI, let me give you all the answer. And what should be your approach? Mostly I'll be talking about that whenever you will try to start answering the question. So I have to go and ask a couple of questions that, okay, I'll try to design this URI kind of a system. That's completely fine. But I have a couple of questions. If you can help me out with those answers, maybe I'll be able to give you a better solution, a better idea, a better technique, and a robust system I will be able to design. So my very first question will be that chat system is completely fine, but how you are planning to cater those chat? Is it going to be a multi-model system or is it going to be a single model system? Question number one. Question number two is that is it going to be an open source model that you are going to host on your infrastructure, or you are going to call just an API and serve your user? Question number two. Question number three, maybe I'll try to ask that is it going to support a think generate or MCP tool calling kind of a services, or real-time search kind of a services, or file upload option, or is it going to be just a plain simple chat solution? Question answer, question answer, question answer, right? Now, what should be the limitation of that system? Is it going to take n number of tokens and then optimize it and then give an answer? Or are you going to put up some sort of a limitations over there? You should ask a question that are you going to give a API feature as well inside this one, so where person can access models even with respect to an API? You should ask a question that is it going to right? Is it going to be protected by your authentication? So after an authentication, people will be able to access it, or is it going to be an open system? So where anyone can come and start chatting with this one. You should also ask a question that is it going to support a memory? So where it is going to retrieve some sort of information from a user's profile, or is it going to build a complete context based on the user chat from a ground zero each and every time? So these are the valid question you should ask in a very first place. Then this is not the only question, right? Then when we are talking about designing a scalable system, so which can cater one user and 1 million users, so you should ask a couple of more questions over there. That so what is your traffic that you are expecting on this particular system on a daily basis? So are we going to cater a 10,000 user per day, or are we going to cater a 10,000 user in a month of time? Now, are we going to apply some sort of a rate limit on a user, or there will be no rate limit? User can come and chat without any kind of a limitation, a rate limit with all of my model. Is my model going to do a context switching automatically, means one model to another model, or user is supposed to come and select a model and then model should give a response? So now I think you are able to get some sort of understanding that system design is not just about initially, like someone has asked you a question that, okay, go and build a chat system. So it's not just about building a chat system. There are so many things which comes around this entire things. And that is going to complete the system. That is going to help you out in terms of designing a robust solution. So I have prepared a couple of questions with respect to a URI. So some of the question you should ask, which is called as a functional requirement. There are some question which is a non-functional side. And then there are some question which is from a estimation side. Because these questions are going to help you out to curate a system in a best possible manner. For example, so here with respect to a requirement clarification, so I have mentioned some of the question that is it going to support a memory? Is it going to support a tool calling? Is it going to support a multiple LLMs? So again, this is the valid question that I should ask to anyone who is asking me to build this URI kind of a system. Now, a functional requirement wise, couple of questions which I can ask that is it going to accept queries from a user, or user can just upload some document and then ask for summarization, ask some question, because system design is going to be different. Is it going to route automatically to LLMs? I have already mentioned that question. Is it going to support a tool calling or memory retrieval, or send a response back to the user? Now, non-functional side, so what should be the system latency? What should be the system availability? And for how many users we are building this particular system? And then estimation wise, so how many users we are expecting? What should be the user input query size, basically, or input token with respect to LLMs, by the way? And how many tool calling we are expecting if we are giving a tool calling feature via MCP inside this particular URI system. So once you are going to get this entire answer, right, then you should jump into providing a solution, saying that okay, so I'm able to understand your question, I believe. Now, if I have to design this URI kind of a system, so which will be able to give a multiple LLM access, a context switching automatically between models, and with a MCP tool for 10,000 users, 200K of a tool calling, maybe in a month or maybe in a day, depends upon the user, right? Depends upon the user. And this is the limited number of token. Then I'm going to select XYZ database. I'm going to select XYZ models. Again, I'll try to calculate pricing as well, because pricing is very much important for any businesses. Then I'm going to say that I'm going to use this kind of EC2 instances. I'm going to use this kind of a system for logging and monitoring. I will be using this kind of a DB or caching system for memory management. I will be basically using this kind of a SQL and NoSQL databases. I will be using this CDN network, and this is how all of this system will be connected to each other. Now, that is the proper approach in terms of answering any kind of a system design question. Now, as we will go deeper and deeper inside the syllabus of the system design, as we will try to explore multiple chapters, we will try to find out an answer. Because at the end of the class, at the end of the chapter, at the end of the entire syllabus, we are supposed to be in a position where we can go, we can try to answer any kind of a question, and above all, not just answer, we should be in a position to design any such system at ease for one user and even for 1 million users. So hope all of you are able to understand that what should be your approach in terms of answering a question. It should not be direct at all. You should ask a couple of questions. You should try to understand about the latency, about the user frequency, about the query response, about a system, and then start giving a solution to your lead, to your architect, or even to your interviewer. With that, thank you so much, everyone. Take care and see you again in my next lecture.